Hey, happy Wednesday, everyone. First alert weather day today. We are looking at a level 3 enhanced risk for severe storms covering a large portion of the Ozarks, and then level 2 slight risk for many of our northern counties. We're watching all modes of severe weather possible this afternoon. 2 waves of showers and storms, the first one still tracking through during the lunch hour. Heading into around 2 p.m., you'll notice we have some dry time in our western counties, and we'll see if we could see some sunshine to help increase instability as we head into your late afternoon before evening storms begin to fire off. I do think right now with the second wave, we are watching the potential for maybe a better risk for severe storms with this second wave rolling through beginning around 4 p.m., continuing to grow in coverage through around 7, and then tracking its way off to the south and east in south central Missouri, northern Arkansas by around 8, 9 p.m., and will continue until around midnight, where I think that's when the overall severe threat begins to diminish. Severe threats today will continue to include large hail, could even be up to tennis ball size, damaging wind gusts 60 to 70 miles an hour, and we do have a risk for tornadoes. And it's not a low risk. We are watching the potential for a tornado or two, and even a threat for some of them to be on the stronger side. The Storm Prediction Center has highlighted this area and kind of that hatch circle you see there as maybe a greater threat for a strong tornado, maybe even EF2 or greater. So this isn't going to be widespread, not an outbreak by any means, but it is a first alert weather day, and it's a day that you need to remain weather aware heading into the evening hours. I do think that tornado threats specifically, the timing looks to be around 4 to 7 p.m. for areas close to I-44, and that lighter purple you see. The darker purple ranges from around 7 to 10 p.m., so that's going to be your tornado threat timing. I will say it is a conditional threat if we can tap into some more instability heading into the late afternoon and evening hours. So here's the severe weather ingredients that we're looking at for the day today. We have shear, which is a change in wind direction and speed with height going up into the atmosphere. We have lift as a cold front begins to move in this evening, and we certainly have a lot of moisture in place. But instability, or otherwise known as CAPE, you hear us call it sometimes, that's going to be the question as we head into the evening hours. If we can see that begin to ramp up, that would bring all of the severe weather ingredients together to support some pretty strong storms across the Ozarks heading into the evening and early overnight hours. So here's the instability, the CAPE that we're looking at. I will say models are showing it increasing this evening, but kind of what happens is when we see some early morning rain like we have, that tries to stabilize the atmosphere, and then it will need to regain that strength and instability as we head into the evening to support these severe storms. So once again, it's a conditional threat. Instability does go down as the sun goes down, but I think it'll hold together enough through around 11 p.m. to around midnight tonight. We're also watching for a risk for some flash flooding. We do have the potential for some spots to pick up anywhere from around 2 to 4 inches of rain, with maybe even some localized higher amounts. Now, this is from this moment around noon through tomorrow morning. This doesn't include some of the pretty heavy rainfall totals that we saw early this morning, where some spots have already picked up over 2 inches of rain. So flash flooding will be a concern. Now, as we take you into the afternoon, temperatures staying below average, low 70s, we'll say, in some of our northern and eastern counties this afternoon. Potentially a little bit warmer across southwest Missouri, northern Arkansas in the low 80s, but that's still below average for this time of year. Tonight, temperatures dropping back in the upper 60s, and I do think we could wake up to some dense fog tomorrow morning across most of the Ozarks. So be extra cautious out the door. Give yourself some extra time to get to where you're going to start your Thursday morning off. And as always, be sure to download the KY3 weather app if you don't have it. We'll give you all of the latest watches, warnings, alerts sent directly to your phone for your notifications turned on. So tomorrow, really nice day. We're back in the upper 80s. We'll see some more sunshine. 90s return through the weekend, and we'll see some low rain chances Friday all the way through Monday.